So yeah, next game tomorrow, the other semifinals between Spain and Italy. This team, like I said, two heavy hitter in Europe. Both squads pretty much complete. Some missing player here and there, but as far as Spain, we have Carvajal, of course, Lenormand, Nacho, Emerick Laporte, Fran Garcia, Jordi Alba. So the defense is stacked. We have Mikel Moreno. I love Mikel Moreno. I think he's a little underrated. I played for Sociedad, I believe. He's overrated. He's underrated, but I love his game. He's patient. He has good pace, good vision. Pretty much good across the board. I'm surprised he still only played in Sociedad. They should make a big move this summer, or somebody need to get him. Also, Fabian Ruiz for PSG, Gavi for Barcelona, of course, Sergio Canales, Rodri, who just won the Champions League, who was named best player of the season in Champions League, is going to be there for Spain. Of course, the forward, the usual suspect, Alvaro Morata, Marco Asensio, who's on the move to Paris Saint-Germain from what I've seen here and there, Ansu Fati, Pino, Rodrigo, Joselu, Dani Olmo, who I love a lot, and Jesus Navas are going to be there for Luis de la Fuente as the coach. So Spain has pretty much the team is there. They're not playing. They're trying to win this Nation League. At first, this Nation League started as an okay type of competition, but everybody's taking it seriously now. And the teams are bringing the heavy hitter. Of course, Italy, my boy Gigio Donnarumma is going to be there. Alex Mere, Vicario. Defense, Di Lorenzo, who I liked. To me, one of the two best right back in the Champions League in Europe this season, with Dumfries, who just played today with Netherlands. Federico Di Marco, who played the Champions League final with Inter Milan, best left back in the Champions League this season. Of course, Spinazzola, Matteo Darmian also played with Inter Milan. Toloi, Acerbi also played with Inter Milan. Leonardo Bonucci is going to be there. Also, midfield is stacked. Marco Verratti, Fratesi, Jorginho, Pellegrini, Lorenzo, Zaniolo, Cristante, and Nicolo Barella, who I've heard could be on the move to Newcastle. I'm going to follow that story. It's not the type of team I was envisioning for Nicolo Barella. He has so much potential. He's only 26 years old. To me, he's one of the best, very best midfield in Europe. Now, Newcastle has the money, and they play in the Champions League. Maybe it could work for Nicolo Barella. I was always assume he's going to end up in like Liverpool, a team like that, a team that presses high like Liverpool, or maybe Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich midfield is usually very hard to get in that midfield with Leon Goretzka. Joshua Kimmich is very hard to get in. But Newcastle, I know their project is exciting. They have the money now. The new owner has the money, and they have the ambition. So if they can get Barella, maybe that's the perfect spot for him. Him and Guimaraes can be a very solid midfield. So we'll see how that works. But nonetheless, Nicolo Barella is rumored to be on the move to Newcastle. And the forward, we have Retegui, Federico Chiesa, of course, Ciro Immobile, Wilfried Gnonto, and Raspadoni. That's Roberto Mancini's squad that he's going to have for this semi-final. Hopefully, we're going to have a great game today. The first half was a little but Croatia managed to win 4-2. So we ended up having 6 goals, even if the first half was not the best first half ever. But the second half and the extra time made up for it. We had 6 goals in total, 4-2 for Croatia. Hopefully tomorrow we get a bunch of goals, or at least a lot of really good football. Because sometimes when two big teams face each other, it's not so pretty. But we just want something. We want the intensity. We want good football tomorrow in the semi-final before the final. I don't know if I'm going to predict who's going to win. I'm going to go, who has the better team? I'm going to say Spain has the better team as far as like togetherness. They've been at it for a while now. But Italy did prove that, they're the European champion. Although they didn't make it to the World Cup, but Spain didn't particularly play well in the World Cup anyway. So I'm going to go with Italy. My heart goes with Italy, but my head is telling me Spain has the better team. But Italy is playing fantastic football since the World Cup, since the Euros, really. So, yeah, that's it for the Nations League. That was it for me today. Let me know who you think is going to win between Italy and Spain, and what you think about the game today between Netherlands and Croatia. And I'll see you guys on the next one.